Breaking news tonight, the FDA's major announcement of the COVID vaccine and kids that so many parents had waited for. The FDA granting Pfizer's vaccine emergency use authorization for adolescents 12 to 15. It will allow all high school students and most middle schoolers to get the shot. One of the biggest steps yet toward reopening schools full time. Also, the FBI revealing a Russian gang is behind the unprecedented cyber attack, crippling the largest fuel pipeline in the U.S. Is it also linked to the Kremlin, the impact on the prices at the pump? The explosion in gun violence over the last 72 hours. New body cam, the officer saving a 4-year-old girl shot in Times Square. In Colorado, 6 killed in a birthday party massacre. Across the U.S., over 400 people shot over the weekend. What's behind the spike and the new warning for summer? Deadly escalation. Militants in Gaza firing rockets at Jerusalem after hundreds of protesters are injured. Israel retaliating with airstrikes. Our exclusive Facebook whistleblowers, the disturbing failures they accuse the tech giant of. After a mild flu season, why health experts fear it could come back with a vengeance. And the tiger on the loose in a neighborhood. The urgent search.
This is NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt.
With a run on gasoline from Florida to Virginia, with panicked drivers lining up at gas stations fearing a fuel shortage. Now, as we come on the air, there are reports of gas stations across the Southeast running dry at the same time that the price per gallon is running up, closing in on highs not seen in 6.5 years. And tonight, the governors of North Carolina, Georgia, and Virginia have all declared states of emergency. Now, all of this comes after a ransomware attack targeted Colonial Pipeline and forced the company to shut down over the weekend, essentially turning off the tap for thousands of gas stations. Well, the White House is trying to calm fears, saying that while the Southeast is facing a, quote, crunch over the next few days, there is no concern about running out of gasoline. But that's not stopping commuters from topping off their tanks, leading to concerns tonight that scared drivers could actually make the situation worse, creating exactly the kind of crisis that the criminals who attacked the pipeline may have wanted. CBS's Jeff Pegues is at one of those gas stations in Alexandria, Virginia, and is going to lead off our coverage tonight. Good evening, Jeff.
And Nora, right now, this gas station behind me is out of regular gas. And what that means is that there are 7 or 8 pumps here that just aren't working. And there are thousands of gas stations just like this one up and down the East Coast from Virginia to Florida. Chaos at the pumps tonight.
This is worse than a hurricane.
Motorists are rushing to fill up, with some hoarding gas.
We got a call from family that said you better fuel up before you hit Tennessee.
The Secretary of Energy urged people not to panic buy fuel and said they are considering moving supply by train or ship if necessary.
We're asking people not to hoard and know that we are all over this.
The ransomware attack on Colonial Pipeline, carried out by the Russian criminal hacking group DarkSide, is having the kind of impact many analysts predicted.
This is a massive pipeline, and without it, we're quickly realizing what can happen. Fuel is starting to run out.
The 5,500-mile pipeline supplies 40% of the East Coast fuel. Shortages are now being reported in 7 states, including Georgia, where the governor suspended the gasoline tax.
It'll probably help level the price at the pump off for a little while.
Airlines are also feeling it. American forced to add refueling stops for 2 of its long-haul flights. And while Colonial Pipeline says that it expects to be up and running by the end of the week, the Biden administration is under pressure to make sure it doesn't happen again.
But this is a stark example of how these cyber attacks can have real demonstrable impacts on our economy and our national security.
There is now increased attention on securing other vulnerable targets, including the power grid and the water supply, which have few, if any, government-mandated cybersecurity protections.
But cybersecurity is the Wild West. There's really no regulation on these privately controlled networks and even the critical infrastructure.
Tonight, AAA is telling motorists that they can conserve fuel by avoiding rush hour and minimizing the use of air conditioning, which is something you don't need today here in Virginia. As for the shortage, experts say that it would take more than 10,000 big trucks hauling fuel every day to make up for what the pipeline typically delivers on any given day when it's not shut down. Nora.
All right, no need to panic. All right, Jeff Pegues, thank you. Tonight, the worst violence in the Middle East in 7 years has taken an ominous turn. Palestinians have fired hundreds of rockets into Israel, which has responded with devastating airstrikes. The Biden administration is calling for a de-escalation, but says Israel has a right to defend itself. More now from CBS's Elizabeth Palmer.
Just after 9 this evening, rockets fired from Gaza lit up the sky over Tel Aviv. Down on the ground, sirens wailed, and people ran for cover. One woman was killed in the attack. And tonight, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu warned that Hamas and Islamic Jihad would pay a heavy price. The Palestinian citizens of Gaza have already paid a heavy price. All day, Israeli airstrikes pounded the territory, officially targeting military installations. But civilian buildings were destroyed too. The Palestinians say more than 220 people were injured and 32 were killed. 10 of them children. In retaliation, Hamas rained more than 400 rockets down on Israel. The damage they did was limited by Israeli interceptor rockets, the so-called Iron Dome, which blew most of them to pieces before they landed. There are now international calls for a ceasefire, but as Islamic Jihad members vowed revenge for the deaths of 3 of their commanders today, there appears to be a fierce determination on both sides to fight on. Tonight, both the U.S. and Egypt are using their considerable diplomatic muscle to try and calm this dangerous situation before it gets any more lethal. Nora?
Elizabeth Palmer, thank you.
All right. Shalom. This is the brother Yawanathan Abad Alawam, coming at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemal Shai. Lord willing, I pray that it's edifying. All right, first and foremost, as always, I want to start by giving all praises and glorifications to Yahweh by Shemal Shai, by Shemar Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone and Well. Peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful elect throughout the 4 corners of earth, preaching his word in truth and in sincerity. Shalom. All right, now I'm just was giving you brothers and sisters a few clips on what's going on in the news and prophecy. Okay, so we're seeing all these commotions, all right, happening, and all roads lead to all hell breaking loose, man. Again, all roads lead to all hell breaking loose because you got Esau. He has an agenda, man. You can't forget this devil. He has an agenda. All right. And most recently, as we know, the pipeline crisis, which we know Esau, man, more than likely Esau's behind it, man. The cause more order ab KO. Okay. The cause more panic among the people. It's another trial run. All right. To see how these people, these peons out here react, and it's working, man. This devil got you people right where you want them, man. All right, right where he wants you. Okay, and the reason why all this is going on is because he's ruling, man. All these wars and commotion, all this turmoil. People unemployed and all this stuff, man. Not making America's going down, man. America going down, man. People, in poverty, like I said, wars and commotions. All right. And, you seen that tiger, man. That tiger's on the loose in that one clip. Hey, things like that, more things like that is going to happen as, time progresses, man. It's all hell finna break loose. And these animals, they finna find their way out these zoos, man. Okay. All right. So let's get into some scriptures. This is Proverbs 29:2. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the people bear rule, the people mourn. Okay. So evidently the righteous is not in authority. Okay. Because the people are not rejoicing, man. You see the state of the world, man. All right. It's nothing but chaos and pandemonium, man. All right. And they reported some 400 plus shootings. What they said this weekend or something like that, man. Or a total this year. Okay, so all chaos and anarchy is about to break loose out here, man, because the wicked is bearing rule, man. People mourning, man. You seen that tension over there in the Middle East between so-called those so-called Jews and those so-called Palestinians, man, which, you know, they still talking about bringing peace over there, which, you know, that's futile, man. All right, you ain't gonna bring no peace over there, man. All right, you've been trying years to get a treaty going between those two heathen. You know, it hasn't worked, man. It's going to continue, man. It's going to get worse as you seeing. It's only getting worse, man. Okay, because again, the wicked is bearing rule, man. I'm gonna start from the top again. Proverbs 29:2, it says, "When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn." And that's the state of the planet, man. The majority of people are in mourning. Okay, it's going to be more mourning, man. All right. Gas prices is going to go through the roof, man. All right, everything's finna go through the roof. All right, prices on all kind of goods going to go through the roof, man. All right, and that's going to have an effect on these truckers too, man. Okay, it's only going to cause another big domino effect like this pandemic did, man. It's going to cause a domino effect because you're going to have more cyber attacks too. This ain't going to be the only one. And this cyber attack, they said it was a major pipeline, man. Gas pipeline. Okay, so imagine what else they got major they can hit. All right. Like the internet, man. You know, because the majority of these businesses and majority of everything functions off what? The internet, man. Okay. And you got hyperinflation coming, man. Hey, it's so much going on, man. You can't even cover it all, man, because, hey, this is what's coming, man. Hey, we can't stress it enough, man. Hey, that's why prophecy is the most important thing we can go into. All right. It's being more prophets, you know. That's why we are prophets, man. We got to go into prophecies. Watchmen, we got to watch for these things, man. Okay? It's very important, man, being a watchman. You can't be called a prophet and a watchman if you don't prophesy or if you don't watch, man. How the hell are you going to be called a prophet or a watchman if you don't do none of those things, man? And that means if you don't do that, you're not a man of the Lord, all right? So this is 2 Timothy. This is one of my favorite scriptures. 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1. It says, "This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come." And that's what we're seeing, man. We're seeing perilous times upon us, man. Hey, this summer, man, hey, it looks like it's going to be very hot, man. The way things are going, man, hey, we might be in martial law by summertime or toward the end of summer, man. The way the outlook is, hey, Lord willing, man. Lord willing, man. We've been a martial law because we already technically in the police state. Okay, we're technically in the police state already, man. Okay, so when it fully escalates, man, you people can't say you haven't been warned because we've been warning about these things, you know, for years, week in and week out. You know, you've seen the prophets out there throughout the four corners of the earth. You've seen them on the internet. You know, because a lot of people go on YouTube. Hey, like I said Sunday, man, like the apostle been saying, you mean to tell me you haven't run across at least one Israelite video going surfing YouTube? You know, because we in every city, man. The towns, you know, you're gonna run into the prophets one way or another, man. All right, you ran into the prophet. Hey, especially you Jakes, man. You ran into the prophets, or you heard about them one way or another, man. Everybody's seen them or heard about them one way or another, man. Okay, because hey, we in that time, man. We in that time where all hell's getting ready to break loose, and the Lord's getting ready to show out, man. Okay, hey, Yahweh Shai is getting ready to show out here, man. because he's going to send these death angels, man. Okay. Hey, is those death angels going to come in the form of them animals too? Because scriptures speak of the teeth of wild beasts, man. Okay. Imagine having a tiger on the loose, man. a damn tiger on the loose. Hey, you're going to have more animals on the loose out here, man. That's still on my mind, man. There's some lightning. Oh, hell. Damn. I just seen, it was light. It was like some weird lightning going on. All right. Hey, but hey, these are times we in, man. You're going to see more, fearful constellations in the sky. All kind of things, man. All kind of prophecies are popping off. Okay. Because, hey, these things must come to pass, man. We in the last days. Hey, there's no ifs, ands, buts about it, man. So I'm going to read this again. This is 2 Timothy, all right, chapter 3, verse 1. It says, this, know also that in the last days, perilous times shall come. I'm going to look up that word perilous, man. Okay, because I love to look it up every time I go to scripture. You know, from the, this is from the Greek chalipos, and it says, hard to do, to take, to approach, hard to bear, troublesome, dangerous. See that? And these are the times we coming into. Hard to bear. It's gonna be hard to bear. Hey, it's not. Hey, I mean, we're gonna be tried, the elect, but it's not gonna be hard to bear because, hey, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is gonna give us a stable mind. He's gonna be with us, man. Okay, like it says, hard to bear, troublesome. It's gonna be trouble, man. Okay, where you won't be able to eat. You women won't be able to get your tampons and your tampons, pantyhose or whatever, man. You know, your nails done. Take baths because you're gonna be out here stinking, man. Because you ain't gonna be able to take baths and you have your monthlies, man. Okay, it's gonna be hell for you women, man. All right, it's definitely going to be troublesome for you women. It says dangerous. It's definitely going to be dangerous out here. All right. You're going to have criminals going to be breaking out of prison, man. Okay, when all hell breaks loose. You're going to have all kind of these psychos out here out of prison. These, like I said, these animals. Hey, you're going to have strange apparitions. Like the scriptures say, man, I'm going to get it, man. It's going to be a time like no other, man. It says harsh, fierce, savage. Hey, you niggas like to call yourself savage, right? We're going to see how savage you are in savage times too, man. Okay? Since you like to be called savage. All right? We're going to see how savage you are again in savage times. All right? So let's get that scripture in Daniel. Daniel 12 and 1. It says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people, which is Israelites. Okay, the children of thy people is talking about Israelites, man. It's gonna be so bad out here. The Lord's gonna have to send Michael the archangel to cover his elect, man. Okay, to protect his elect, the elect of the nation of Israel, the men of the Lord that's doing the work and keeping the law, statutes, commandments to the best of their ability and pleasing Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. Those are the ones that's going to be protected. All right. And Jacob's trouble is in the midst of all this too, man. As it's going to explain when I read on, it says, and there shall be a time of trouble. All right. Matter of fact, I'm going to get that precept, man, since I mentioned Jacob's trouble. And it says it's going to be a time of trouble, right? Jeremiah 30:7. It says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble. See that? You Israelites gonna catch hell out here, man. You 2/3. Okay? Especially the ones that mock and scoff the prophets. You gonna be in terrible hurt, man. And that's good for you, man. All right? Because you wicked. All right? It says, but he, which is the elect, shall be saved out of it. So the elect is going to be saved out of the coming terrible times, man. And 2/3 are gonna suffer Jacob's trouble, man, in a time like no other. So let's go back to that scripture in Daniel's 12:1. It says again, let me read this part again. It says, and there shall be a time of trouble. See that? such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. So, hey, ever since there was a nation on earth, hey, people, it ain't gonna be no, hey, it's gonna make 70 AD look like a walk in the park, man. Okay? And a lot of these niggas gonna be in the world of hurt, man. It's gonna be, hey, you can't even fathom the times that we are approaching. Okay? We can't even put a finger on it, man. Okay? So we just, hey, basically we just gonna have to wait and see when it gets here, man. Till it gets here, you know? It says again, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time, thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. All right? Hey, that's the elect again. And that, like it says, and at that time, all right, thy people shall be delivered. All right, a particular group of the Lord's people is going to be delivered. And that's, again, the elect in the 1/3. Okay? Everyone that shall be found written in the book. And that's the elect in 1/3, the book of life. Okay? All right, I'm going to go ahead and read verse 2. It says, and many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. All right. So that's talking about in the kingdom. All right, where you have the elect, we're gonna get that glory, man. Okay, and the 2/3 they're gonna come back, they're gonna be good, but they're gonna be shamed forever, man. Okay, but first, hey, before we get the kingdom though, you know, we're gonna have to go through Jacob's trouble. We're gonna have to go through the hour of temptation. Okay? Because hey, heaven ain't gonna come easy, man. We gotta catch the hell before we get to heaven. Okay? We gotta catch the hell. All right, so hey, I'ma just stop it there. That's all I wanna cover. You know, just a quick little lesson to the spirit, Lord, when it's edifying, man. Hey, stay on your P's and Q's, Aki, man, because hey, this could be the year, man. Lord willing, man. Hey, all hell getting ready to break loose out here, man. Showing them clips, you know, it's, hey, again, all roads pointing to all hell breaking loose. Okay? Matter of fact, I'm probably just going to title it that, this lesson. All right, but anyways, I'm going to sign off by saying again, all praises and glorification goes to Yahweh by Shem Shah, by Shem Kakadash, double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone Well. Peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful elect throughout the four corners of the preaching's word and truth and in sincerity. Let's say again, Shalom, Kwame Yashala, and Abad Babal. Shalom.